And good morning. It's 7:03 on this Friday, December 11th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Good morning to you on this Friday. We're having such a good time here in the conversation. I just happened to see the on-air light come on, and that's always a good thing. Anyway, we're on the air for Wilson Bank and Trust this morning, and I have two ladies here to do the commercial. First of all, today, we have Jill Booker. Jill, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And we have Amanda Webb. Amanda, good morning. And let me tell everybody that Jill has a new title. She's Vice President, Retail and Operations Manager. And you were here not too long ago when that had been made official.
That's right, with Kurt Baker. Mm-hmm.
And Amanda, Vice President and Office Manager. Okay, you're doing what Jill. I just now noticed from your card. Okay. So we've got the pair of you here this morning. Is it difficult to follow in Jill's footsteps?
It's pretty hard. Some excuse to feel, but I'm going to do my best.
Well, now we knew you were going to say that, but you're enjoying. How long you been with the bank?
I've been there since 1998. So I'm leaving the main office. So I want to let my customers know that where I'll be heading, and let Jill introduce me to her customers so they'll trust me.
Yeah. And how long you been there, Jill?
I've been there 22 years. So I'm going to miss my customers, but I'm still going to be popping in, and they're in really good hands because Amanda has been with the bank for so long, and she's very customer driven.
But you haven't been at the Castle Heights branch you haven't, as we'd say, hung out there. Your office has been to Maid Place.
Absolutely, yeah. I started at the main office and stayed, so I'm kind of excited to get out and spread my wings a little, meet some new people, meet some old friends again. So,
well, I guess you're doing just about anything that can be done there like Jill did. You're in charge.
Absolutely. We're going to continue that. We want everyone to know that nothing's changing there. All the services that have been offered will continue to be offered. We are a full service branch, and we want to let the customers know that will not change.
Yeah. Well, that's a popular branch, and probably as we've had more businesses locate in that area, you've grown. More people located there too, of course.
Oh, yes. There's been a lot more development with houses, so we definitely can see that trickle effect of them coming in. And we're right in the middle of those school systems as well. Well,
we've had to deal with COVID since March, and I think there are probably some banks in town where they have the door locked and you have to get permission to come in. I don't think y'all are doing that.
No, we're still fully serviced. Of course, we want to keep our customers safe. If they want to make an appointment so they can have a little bit less contact, they can do it through the drive-thru. They can also do everything through our online banking. They can even, apply for a loan and new account as well.
Well, I guess the big story this morning really is that Amanda is going to be doing what you were doing at the Castle Heights branch. Although we already knew that you had a new title, and now you're mainly at the main office.
I'm going to be, starting at next week. Amanda, today will be her first full day at the Castle Heights. She's been there for about a month, 2 days, 3 days, but starting today, she'll be there full time.
So come by. This hasn't been you're here today and over there tomorrow. This has been a process.
It has been a process. We just, since I've been at that office for so long, we definitely wanted our customers to get familiar with Amanda. Amanda has also been at the Castle Heights office. Anytime I've been on vacation, she has, stepped up and come on over to help them.
Well, it's the one that's closest to my house, and I don't have an office. Actually, it was the closest to my office, too, but I don't have an office anymore. But, Amanda, you're going to be seeing me there, either in or to drive-through. Actually, I've been doing more drive-through.
I know you have.
But, well, it's if all you got to do is make a deposit or cash a check or something, it's probably just as easy. But I enjoy talking to the people and, interacting a little bit. And I know you do too. But at the same time, we want to be safe. And if you don't go in, you don't get exposed into your car, I guess. That's different ways to look at it. What else, y'all? A couple of minutes.
I just
Tell us.
want everybody to know that, we've got some great products. Rates are still really low, so it is a great time to buy, refinance. Christmas is around the corner, so I think there's a lot of last minute purchases, and we can help you with any of your financial needs.
And Amanda, you will echo that, and you're going to just kind of pick up where Jill has left off here and keep the ball rolling.
She sure is.
Absolutely. We want to make this transition for the customers easy as possible. That's why that Jill's been introducing me to some of them, and I don't want anyone to feel any less service than they've ever felt. I'm looking forward to helping them.
Well, loans of all type, you can make them, of course, checking accounts, savings accounts, full service banking.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot
Absolutely.
more to it than what I just said there, but that's what you're known for, and it's been going great for all these years, since 1987, in fact.
Yeah.
So, thank you much for being with us this morning. And Amanda, we certainly wish you well as office manager there. And no doubt you're going to do a good job. And just a little bit of change for you, change of scenery, and let your customers know you're going to be there at Castle Heights branch now. Amanda Webb, with the title of Vice President and Office Manager. And, of course, Jill Booker this morning, now Vice President, Retail and Operations Manager. So, thank you both for being with us.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, and we'll see you next time, whenever that is. And we'll remind you, it's Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. They're still here, still independent, still committed to you. Excellence in banking since 1987. All right, my guest is here this morning. She was here when I walked in the door, but she is waiting till the last second to come in here, and let me introduce her this morning. We got a lot to talk about. Sue Vanatta is a county commissioner. Sue Vanatta is also an employee of WANT, and comes out here and answers the phone and does, I don't know what, on the computer and whatever afternoon. All right, Sue, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman, and Sue Vanatta's glad to be here this morning.
Well, I'm really glad to have you, and I honestly, you surprised me that you would even attempt to get out here at 7 o'clock, because you've never liked the 7 o'clock slot. But
I surprised myself, but because I work here, I don't think I had a choice. No, I did have a choice, but thank you.
Well, you've helped me out a lot. I needed what I have always liked to do. I haven't done it as much as I really would have liked to do, honestly, is to have a member of the county commission on quite often. And some of them I don't even know or have their phone number, or I know we could get them, but it's not always easy to get one. But anyway, you're here today, and you were telling me when I asked you about this, there are a number of committee meetings last night.
We had
You
6
attended-
committee meetings last night.
You
We
attended
started.
some of those.
I did. We started at 5 and ended about 7:30, quarter till. No, it was later than that. It was probably about 8, a little after when we ended.
Well, you haven't pulled a Dr. Donna Wright on us this morning. Monday night, they had a meeting. It went to midnight, and she was with us at 7:30, well, 7:40 actually, on the Tuesday morning. So
I heard her on the
that-
call. I don't blame her. I wouldn't have come either out here.
Well, what committees are you on?
I am on insurance. I'm chair of the Development and Tourism Committee. I'm on the James E. Ward Agricultural Center Committee. I'm on the JECD board. I'm on the Lebanon Industrial board. I'm on steering.
Well, they've taken advantage of,
And that's every commissioner. Every commissioner serves like that.
of your experience at Chamber of Commerce.
That helped when I came on board as a county commissioner. That helped quite a bit because I attended most of the meetings at that time. And so I had a little bit of knowledge on what the committees do and how they proceed and how the actions come to play with the committees.
Was any real big news out of the meetings last night?
Well, we started out with animal control, and she told us how many dogs and cats are at the animal center. They do it, and Mary Scruggs and her staff do a wonderful job there. Then we had education. Then we had minutes and steering. Of course, steering is the committee that sets the agenda for the upcoming county commission meeting. And then we ended. Then we had a budget meeting, and at budget it was discussed the forward planning of the new jail. Or not the new jail, the addition to the jail, and possibly 2 new fire stations in the Mount Juliet area, which are desperately needed. So there was a big discussion that came out of Budget Committee for that. A recommendation was made that we move forward with those 3 programs. discussion on whether we borrow the money, bond the money, or we go ahead and pay for it, maybe out of general debt, different ways. So that is being discussed, and a recommendation will be brought before the full commission on the 21st that we meet this month.
What are your ideas about that? Are you feel like we need to expand the jail? We need those fire stations?
Yes, sir. We definitely need to expand the jail, and we do need those fire stations. I mean, safety is one of the most important things that we have going in any county, any area, any city. And it's kind of unfortunate when you say we need to expand the jail, but it is what it is. The fire stations, we don't want a fire and we don't have a station near that neighborhood or that house. So that's something that, and this is something we've been working on for quite some time. It isn't anything new, and the county's in a good place right now to expand those, to build those, and county's worked hard to put all this together. So I'm very, very proud of where we are right now, and we have more than likely, I would say, and I'm speaking for Suvanetta now, that we will probably bond those because we are a AA rating. When I say we, Wilson County is a AA rating. There's only like 5 counties that have that, and I think there's 2 counties in the state of Tennessee that have a AAA rating. And what that means is we get a lower interest rate. So right now, they told us last night, we could get 1.75% interest rate. That's unheard of.
How much money maybe are we talking about? Well, you said 2 fire stations and a jail expansion.
Probably talking anywhere from, I'm going to say 40 to 43 million, which sounds like a lot of money, but when you do that over 25 years at that low interest rate, you don't want to take your reserve money out because who knows, we might have another tornado come through. We might have other issues that come through.
That's 2 fire stations and the jail expansion?
Yes, sir.
But the jail expansion, I thought, was going to cost almost that much.
No, it's about $39 million.
Okay.
That Sheriff Bryan and his team and Mayor Hutto have done a lot of work and planning and revisiting, and that's what they're estimating that will come in at now.
Okay, it's time for us to take a break. County Commissioner Suvanetta with us this morning here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
All right, it's now 7:16. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, they've got the Works Vehicle Checkup, $49.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check, $16.73. West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's trying to improve a bit through that section of Robertson County on 24 eastbound at the 28-mile marker because of that earlier crash. OHB at Nolensville Pike should be out of there in just a few more minutes. Traffic starting to build now down through Mount Juliet on I-40 coming into Hermitage. Curious Campout is a family sleepover with kids 2 to 6 at Ripley's Aquarium on January 2nd with snacks and activities. All the details at Ripley's Aquarium Facebook page. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
If you're looking for land to build a home, call me.
Call me if you want to put your home on the market.
Call me if you're ready to buy your next home, or if you're a first-time home buyer, call me.
Call me if you would like to know how much your home is worth. Call me, and don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmentoller at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&D Team 443-3130.
The Pavilion Senior Living residents are inviting you to become their new neighbor. If you're looking for a sign to move, call us at 444-5556 to learn more about the details. Or go to thepavilionseniorliving.com for more information. Or better yet, just drop by 1408 Medical Center Drive right behind Inova Hospital and see for yourself. You should move here.
The 2020 Titans have all grown up together. They've had a taste of success in the playoffs, and they're back with Derrick Henry.
Henry 20, Henry 10.
Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Tannehill keeping around right end, driving, he's in.
A stout defense.
Titan ball.
And a head coach in Mike Vrabel who's ready to lead them.
Brought to you by Steve-Lo Plumbing and the Jewelers.
LHS, Cumberland University, and the Tennessee Titans. The winning teams are on WANT 98.9.
Lovely, thanks for joining us. It is a Friday morning, and County Commissioner Suvanetta is with us. I got to ask you, though, I think I've never asked you this, and we see each other every once in a while, but not very often, actually, though you're here each 4 afternoons a week. But you miss being at the Chamber of Commerce.
Coleman, I miss the people. I do not miss the work. The team there is doing an excellent job. I miss some of the people that I've had contact with, but that's what's great about working at the radio station. I get to see a lot of those people here, and I get to talk to a lot of those people. And it's funny, the phone will ring, and I'll answer it, and they'll go, "Is this Sue Venata that used to be at the chamber? What are you doing at the radio station?" So I feel very blessed that Susie asked me to come and work here part-time, because Susie and I have been friends for a long time. I know you remember when she went on the air down on the square, she and I were there together when that happened. And now, 27 years later, we're working together again.
Well, we're glad to have you here. And I think you've said this is one of the easiest jobs you've ever had.
It is. It's an easy job. It's a fun job. I love working with all the people. It's just, it keeps me involved in the community, which I enjoy. And it's great. It's fun to see what's happening at the radio station every day. MJ and Billy and you, oh my gosh, and Susie. Well, we couldn't make it without Susie.
Well, Preston's here too.
Preston is here too. Oh, please don't let me forget Preston, because he and I are here the afternoon by ourselves. So, yes.
Well, back to your committee meetings last night. I guess we've got the gist of it there. But
we had a special called county commission meeting last night, a full county commission meeting at 7 o'clock, and that was for the purpose to elect some judicial commissioners. We were short in the judicial side, so the chairman of that committee, William Glover, called a special called judicial committee. Full county commission meeting to address that.
So all 25 commissioners were support or could have been.
Yes, all of them were present either there or online.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened with that?
We elected a full-time judicial commissioner. Mavina Dyes was elected. 2 part-time judicial commissioners, Skylar Stone and Lakeisha Davis. And Mavina was the only one that was there last night, and she was very excited to be.
I think she used to work at the police department, didn't she?
I think she did. I've looked at their resumes, but honestly, I can't remember which one did what. But yes, they are desperately needed. And so I'm glad we were able to get that done last night.
And that was important enough to have a called meeting rather than wait till the 21st.
Yes, because we were short 3 commissioners for the judicial, and so it was very important. And Commissioner Glover saw that need and called that meeting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that problem is resolved then.
It is.
There are some people you don't hear a lot about usually, and they're kind of in the background unless you're in trouble. And but that area, I remember when we used to have some people pretty much were part-timers in that, and they might be called, they'd be at home and be called to come up to the jail when somebody had to be arrested, booked, or whatever. And it's really changed. The way they operate has changed an awful lot in the last 20 years.
Growth causes a lot of changes in a lot of departments.
Yeah.
But the last thing we did last night, and I must get this in, Saturday is Mayor Hutto's 60th birthday, and I could not wait to announce that on the air. So we surprised him last night and had a cake, and we all sang to him. I think it was Commissioner Ash. We had told all the commissioners, stay afterward, the ones that were present, because we're doing something for Mayor Hutto. And so Commissioner Ash went inside. Mayor Hutto was still inside and said, you need to get out here quickly. We've got a fight going on. Well, here comes the mayor, and we're all singing happy birthday. So he was very surprised. Happy birthday to him.
That is good. Happy birthday, Mayor Hutto. When's his birthday?
Saturday.
Okay, tomorrow.
No.
Saturday? This is Friday?
Today is Friday. You're right. Oh. You've thrown me off with the schedule. I'm not used to being here.
All right, but it is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow,
all
yes.
Right. 60
and 60 years old, yes.
Yeah. Well,
to be that age again.
I'm 20 years older than
I'm not going to say.
I don't, well, anyway, I can guess, but.
And you know.
Not exactly, but I'm close. Okay. What else is going on with you as a county commissioner? You get calls and you're involved. You are very interested, involved, want to know what's going on. I mean, that's your nature. So.
It's my nature. I'll tell you 2 things that I'm extremely proud of right now is our James E. Ward Ag Center and Mr. Quentin Smith. and our marketing director for the, I have to stop and say how Farm Bureau Exposition Center. They both are doing a fantastic job. All the events and all the activity that is happening out there is just amazing with COVID going on. The numbers are up as far as events, as far as dollar amounts coming in for both of those, and they work endless hours. Gail and Quentin, I don't know how they do what they do, but Gail told me this week she has every weekend booked for 2021.
And all of this in spite of our challenges with COVID.
In spite of our challenges with COVID. This week, Sunday through Wednesday evening, Amazon leased the parking lot in front of the Expo Center and had a Christmas Wonderland for their employees that drive trucks. It was absolutely beautiful. To have that company to come out there and have such an interest in our wonderful exposition center and see what can happen and what can be done out there, and to book that for their employees and have that Christmas event, it was spectacular.
Yeah. Well, let me throw this out here. I don't think you're on the finance committee or the ones that, but anybody that's a county commissioner is certainly interested in knowing where we stand financially, how we are, and as you see things, how do you view us in a financial situation? I know we've got the AA bond rating, which says a lot, but and we have somewhat of a reserve fund.
We do.
Are you fairly pleased with where we are?
I'm very pleased where we are. We have a good, like you said, bond rating. We have a good reserve fund. We have some debt, but we have the debt planned where it will roll off. Some rolls off almost each year. And you're always going to have debt, whether you're at home, yourself, or government, or whatever. But the commissioners work very well together. The future looks good for Wilson County, and I'm just feel blessed to be a county commissioner and represent the 23rd district.
One other thing, I'm thinking about the jail expansion and building 2 fire stations, and we hopefully get that taken care of and on a roll here. But it's not going to be long before we're going to be hearing the need of another school and maybe a high school, another elementary. Junior high or what middle school. We're gonna need some more schools before long, probably. And how does that look?
Well, when you have all the growth that we're having now and all the people moving in, there's going to be at least probably on an average of 2 children per person moving in, and so you're going to have schools. Now, keep in mind, we have people that move out, but we have a lot of people moving in. I don't know of a lot of building area left in Wilson County, and G.C. Hickson's here this morning. He may be able to tell you that. But Mayor Hutto announced last night all of the industry that's just come in the last year, and I'll let G.C. go into that. But you think about all that industry, and if 3/4 of those people move to Wilson County, there's not going to be any land left in Wilson County. So I know the school system, the school board is working on that, planning for future, looking at future areas, future building programs, and that's what you've got to do. That's one thing I learned quickly, even in the chamber world. You've got to look to the future. You've got to plan at least 8 to 10 years ahead, and I think the county's doing a good job with that.
Well, we're soon going to turn the corner here. 2021 is
yes. We'll always remember 2020.
Yeah, I think so. But I asked Mike Jennings about this when he was here the last time. It seems that the county commission has maybe been a little bit more cohesive unit and not as much friction. And maybe part of this is because of COVID and some of the challenges that some of the things that might have come up haven't, because we're hopefully seeing the bigger picture here. I don't. What's your thinking?
I think the county commission is working very well together. Last night when we walked in, we had masks on our desk and we had a sanitizer on our desk. Everybody had a mask on when they came in, so everybody's very respectful. Everybody of each other. The committees work hard, and when they come to a county commission meeting, they are prepared. The majority of the county commission attend the subcommittees. Because truthfully, that's where the meat happens. you go into the subcommittees, they bring resolutions, they bring requests to that committee. It has to go through committee and then to the full commission. So when you get to the full commission meeting, it makes it run smoother. And Mayor Hutto made a comment last night after we sang to him. He said, this was really good. Look at all the commissioners that are here. And I thought, yeah, you're loving every minute of this. It's your birthday. No, Mayor, I'm kidding. But it is good, The camaraderie of the commission is good.
Well, it's none of us are going to agree on everything all the time, but we can disagree without being disagreed.
We can agree to disagree sometimes.
And that's, I mean, if we don't need a unanimous vote on everything, I don't guess.
We need 13 or 17. It depends on
what was that movie. I think it was Peyton Place, but I remember a scene where they were having some kind of meeting, like a county commission, city council, or something, and one guy votes no, and they, well, why did you vote no? Everybody, well, I don't think anything ought to be unanimous.
Yeah, I remember that. Now that you're just talking about that.
Anyway, we've come to the end of our time here.
Well, most votes now are unanimous. It's very rare that we have a vote that isn't unanimous, I would say.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to be here, and,
you're welcome.
You really did me a favor by coming 30 minutes earlier than you like to come. But keep up the good work here and on the county commission. Okay?
Thank you, Coleman.
All right. Sue Vanetta, a member of the county commission and my guest this morning. That's part one of Coleman and Company. Keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:29. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota and Rental. Large inventory of new and used Kubota mowers, RTVs, tractors, hay equipment, and more. Come in Saturday. Free popcorn. Check out the new Kubota products. They're located at 1506 West Main. Now in traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic still moving right now, coming through Mount Juliet as we check it out live here on I-40 into Hermitage. There's been a couple of wrecks out here. It happened earlier. I don't think you need an alternate route at this point. It was a little sluggish earlier on 24 eastbound there through Robertson County at the 28-mile marker. Hey, to cater your next holiday party coming up, call Princess Hot Chicken or go online, princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
Get excited for Christmas as you take a stroll through Fiddler's Grove Historic Village and see the buildings come to life with animated Christmas decorations. Bring your friends and family to enjoy this safe outdoor adventure. CDC guidelines are being followed. Masks encouraged. Hand sanitizing available throughout the walk. Tours available Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now through December 19th. More details at fiddlersgrovetennessee.com. For the love of Tennessee, visit Wilson County and travel safe.
Gregory Dental in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from University Medical Center. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
We'll have increasing clouds out there today with temperatures topping out in the upper 60s. By tonight into Saturday morning, rain showers do move in. Highs on Saturday climb into the low 60s with light rain showers sticking around for most of the day. We do have another chance of rain on Sunday, especially Sunday night. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's Look at Your Forecast. I'm meteorologist TJ Scott.
Coleman and Company. Oh, it's a Friday morning. We're having such a good time today. And Sue Vanetta is about to leave the room. We want to welcome the C&D team, at least 2 members of the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty. And, of course, that would be Miss Judy. That would be Medina. They're both here this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Judy.
Good morning.
All right. But are you going to tell that on the air this morning?
I don't care. Well, you might as well. People's going to be wondering what we're laughing at.
I never would have dreamed of this, but you came in here and gave me one of your calendars. It's a magnetic calendar.
Yes.
And you've been doing this for a long time.
I think since 2002. 2002 was my first one.
I don't well, I have them all, but I have a stack of these.
Yeah.
I don't think I've thrown them away. They just anyway. But you have some people who have a special need for these, and that's what the joke's about. What the fun
Yeah,
is.
it was. I think we started doing them in 2002, and the same guy does them for me, and they're magnetic, and people like them because they hold a lot of notes on the refrigerator because they're large.
Yes.
But a few years back, a lady called me and she said, if you have any of those left over and you're going to throw them away, I want them because she said, I tape them on my hips for my arthritis. And she said, it really works, the magnetic stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, then as the years went by, other people have called and said, I need some of your leftover calendars if you have any because I tape them on my hips. So anyway, so now we know that we actually go to sleep with people.
Oh, me.
So anyway, but no, I think we started doing it in 2002 was our first year, and we've been doing them every year.
They are a popular item for more reasons than one.
Well, people, yes, but people do call us and come by and get them. So if you want one, just come by the office and pick them up. We just got them in yesterday.
You don't have to tell us what you're using them for.
All right. Well, as you can see, we are having a good time here on a Friday, but the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty are located on the West Main Street. Great service. Somebody answers the phone 24 hours a day. They're people you can trust, and y'all come here, and it's never the same. No two Fridays are exactly alike, and that's what I like about it.
That's what we love about our job. It's always different.
But they're not exactly alike.
Some days we have a day planner, and we've got everything planned out, and it changes with one phone call.
Yes, it explodes.
Or whatever happens. So we just, we have to be flexible to do this job. So we've learned that if you don't get all your to-do list done, you just carry it across to the next day.
There you go. Well,
I'll let Medina talk first.
All right, Medina goes first.
I get to go first this morning. Wanted to
Call
talk.
me.
That's right. Call me. That's right. Want to talk about our house that we have in South Fork. That's online, and it has a video with it, a drone video that was done by Raven Flight, which is a local business here in town, and did their pictures for us and everything. But it's in South Fork, and it's a 4-bedroom, 3 full baths, and about almost 4,000 square feet. And it has it's brick on the outside. It has a 2-car garage, which could fit 3 because it's a very deep garage. Mm-hmm. And, but like I said, it's 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths. 3 of those bedrooms are on the main level. And there's 1 bedroom and 1 full bath in the basement with a living area, theater room, and of course the garage. And if you wanted, if you had teenagers, if you had in-laws, they would be perfect place because it has a separate entrance. You can drive in the driveway and then go through their door, and then them not having to go upstairs and come downstairs. So, but the master suite and 2 other bedrooms are upstairs. The master suite is a large bedroom with triple tray ceilings, and it has a walk-in closets. The bathroom has a jacuzzi tub and with tile surround and a tile shower, and of course double vanities, tile floors, and everything throughout the house is hardwood and tile. Has a gas fireplace. Then you walk outside and you have a covered screened-in porch. Oh, and overlooking your large private backyard. And then underneath, of course, where the basement is, you have a covered porch patio. And so it is listed at $614,900. And we would love to show it to anybody that's interested in that and that is looking to have in-laws or teenagers, or you just want the kids to be downstairs, then this is the house that you might be interested in. But it's listed at $614,900, and the address is 404 Amarillo in South Fork.
All right, I tell you what, she's learning fast. She's almost good as you now.
I won't never be there completely.
Oh no, she's great. She does a great job. But now that house is a great house for someone, and it is vacant. The people have already moved out, but the great thing about it, there's very few houses in a subdivision now that you can buy that you're not looking. If you're on your back porch, you're not looking at another house. Mm-hmm. There's farmland all behind it and woods, so you're not seeing another house, which is very unusual in this day and time. But it's a house move-in ready to go. And we just need more listings. People are coming in. In fact, the lady that moved from this house, she moved over into Farmington Woods, and she was telling me yesterday of the 5 neighbors across the street and on each side of her, every one of them are from another state.
Wow.
Every single one of them. And they've moved here in the last year. But she was telling me, isn't that odd to move into a subdivision and 5 neighbors are all from other states across the street and on each side. And she said that just shows what the growth, and those people have been there all less than 6 months. So that tells you
that
really
tells-
what's
that
moving
tells
in.
us something.
And that's in one subdivision and just on one street. And because her house has just gotten finished and all those houses are less than 6 months old. So that tells you what states are being represented here. And pretty much every week we have somebody from different states every week, just about. So they're moving in, but we need more listings because they're coming here with jobs, but they can't find houses. And the rental market, people are trying to rent, but they really want to find a house to buy because the rates are so good right now.
615-443-3130.
Yes, and we just want to remind everybody, again, I think we've talked about it, it's a Christmas season, and this year's a little bit different on Christmas. Maybe you're not going to be able to get together with your family or get together with all of them at the same time. While you're sitting around, a lot of people are confined to their homes. You can still do things to help people right now during Christmas. Take that phone. Everybody's got a phone. Think about some of the people you haven't seen all year and give them a call and just visit with them over the phone. And that's almost as good as a visit. And for some people, that is more than a visit, just calling them and talking to them. And if you can get out and run around, go by the bakery. If you don't have time to bake, go by the bakery, buy some pies, and just leave it at their front door and surprise them. And just do some things that it's a given time of the year. And a lot of the parties we can't go to. We can't do anything. A lot of the open houses have been canceled, party open houses. So take your time and do something else in return for it. I think it's a good time of the year to think about that.
Very good. I always appreciate y'all being here. It is time for me to let you say goodbye. And I don't know, Medina, whether you're going to say call me or don't make a move without us, but do one or the other. Or do both.
Hey, you call me before don't make a move without us.
And remember to show a little kindness.
That's right.
Thank y'all a lot. See you next Friday. All right, Miss Judy and Medina Hemmentoler, Judy Cox, Medina Hemmentoler, C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty. Yes, G.C. Hickson with JECDB is with us this morning and is choosing his seat now.
Good morning, Coleman.
Good morning. You got pushed aside a little bit there.
Well,
you got here early and enjoyed Sue talking with us and making a few notes yourself, but it's good to see you.
and I got my magnet now, so I'll know what to do with it after next year, right?
Well, let me tell everybody, you're the executive director of JECDB, which is the Joint Economic and Community Development Board, which has been here for a long time. Your office is now out the airport. I
Second
believe.
floor of the new terminal building that the city built a couple of years ago.
And you've
Just a
been
great
there
location.
over a year.
Almost 2 years now.
yeah.
But the Joint Economic Community Board is funded by the 3 cities and the county government for the purpose of being a central contact for economic development work. We don't do all of it. Sarah Hastings and Kenny Martin are certainly involved in that. They're our partners. Anything that everybody can do is good for the community and the cities, and we just play a part of it. But that's our role.
Well, I don't get you out here too often, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but you always bring us a lot of good information, and we like to know what's happening, and especially from your perspective. What kind of year? It's been different, and the challenge not only with COVID, but with the tornado in March.
Well, as I was driving over here today, I said the good and the bad, the ugly, and I just tend to think that we have so much good that maybe some of the ugly things are sort of taken away from it. But, certainly the tornado and the COVID things we've dealt with are difficult things and unusual things. But we survive those things. And I think you do that by having a strong community. We just got through elections. And certainly if you look at the national elections and the things that's still going on, I just think people like Mayor Ash and other folks that Haggerty that have committed so much of their lives and their times, and then ran hard, the people who ran and offered themselves up for offices. And now an easy transition, and now we're moving forward. So tornado things that we're still recovering from, elections, the COVID things. Sue talked about the events at the Ag Center and things that's lined up for next year. I think those are the things we need to be really concentrating on right now. We've had some difficult times and difficult situations, but I tend to think I want to look at all the positive things that went on this year.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I think is a very positive thing. I was on 840 yesterday, going down by Stewart's Ferry. I don't know, we're actually over to Smyrna.
Pike and all that area.
Yeah, and all those big warehouses, businesses. I don't know what all's going there, but there's we've got a lot of them right down there on 840.
They
must have really boosted us economically here and tax wise and so on.
Well, and I think the county commission, we have to do some incentive things to get them here to be competitive, and we do a fair and I think a good program along those lines. But what has changed, if you look at the million square foot rooms to go building or the Couchville Pike, they have a 50,000 square foot retail space there. The same size of building that Murfreesboro has in one of their centers. Those DC centers now are having retail components. So if you need to go to O'Reilly's and maybe the O'Reilly store here doesn't have that product, you can simply go out there and pick it up. You can purchase it there. So the DC centers are now changing that they have retail components on it. Outlet stores, and the ones that located last year, O'Reilly's, Napa Auto Parts, and another 400,000 square foot building there, the million square foot rooms to go. They're sort of changing.
Are you usually involved in that when?
We're pretty much involved in all the big boxes up and down 840 and different places. But it has changed, and it's leading to some retail sales things in the county that, one of the positive things that's changed over the last 4 or 5 months and retail sales for the county, we've been 15 to 20% higher compared to 2019. Now, we look at it and try to figure out what's happening, and some of that is the retail sales off internet sales we're getting there. We think maybe the stimulus money has changed that. And we also look at Burdine and First Industrial and Lowe's and Home Depot and those things that people took that money and expended funds there. So if you look at our retail sales across the county last year, this year has been very positive. And you don't really think about that. But the whole retail component's changing. My children have been ordering online for all those years. We're doing it now, and that revenue is, I think we're capturing some of that revenue that went to Rutherford County, revenue that went to Nashville. Will that change in a year from now or 2 years from now when people go back to the shopping? What does our retail and commercial development look like next year? I don't know, and the experts don't know either. But that's one of the things that changes in economic development that we'll just have to work through.
And we've got to work through a break here. It is time for that. And G.C. Hickson, JECDB is here. We got more to talk about in a moment here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:48. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford and the low price tire guarantee on all tires every day. Up to 30 days after the sale, there'll be any competitors' pricing on the tires they sell. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. It's just now actually starting to get a little bit busy here on 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. We've been in pretty decent shape out here this morning as far as really bad interstate accidents, and that's still a little bit busy through that section of Robertson County on 24 East at the 28 mile marker from that earlier collision. Curious Campout is a family sleepover with kids 2 to 6 at Ripley's Aquarium on January 2nd with snacks and activities. Check it out, Ripley's Aquarium Facebook page. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
In times of crisis, and especially when you're isolated, it helps to know someone has your best interest at heart. At Wilson Bank and Trust, standing strong for others has always been one of our most important roles, and we're still here for you now. Through these days of disruption and distancing, You can count on us to keep you connected with your financial services, and we'll continue to provide financial relief for households and businesses. Thanks for supporting our ongoing commitment to service. Working together, we'll weather this storm too. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Dancing Lights of Christmas is back for their 11th annual celebration of the magical Christmas season at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. For just $25 per vehicle, you will experience the dazzling sights and sounds of over 2 million lights synchronized to some rockin' Christmas tunes without ever leaving the safety and comfort of your own vehicle. The Dancing Lights of Christmas, 5 p.m. nightly, November 13th through January 3rd. Don't forget to make plans for Primal Combat December 19th and MMA Championship Fight. For tickets and more information, visit Farm Bureau Exposition Center on Facebook. Attend both events and get discount tickets. With churches not being able to gather, we wanted to make sure our audience is aware of our regular Sunday morning programming. We call it God's Country. Starting at 7 to 7:15, it's Southern Gospel and Positive Country Music. Then at 7:15 to 7:30, Old Path Missionary Baptist with Brother Jason Wheely. From 7:30 to 8, it's The Gospel Show, hosted by Miss Dean. 8 o'clock, it's College Hills Church with Minister Wilson McCoy. At 8:30 to 9, it's Word of God broadcast by Ronnie Briley. From 9 to 9:30, Hillcrest Baptist Church with Pastor John Ferguson. From 9:30 to 10:30, it's Call on God Today, hosted by Brother Kenneth Bowen. At 10:30, it's Southern Gospel and Positive Country Music. From 11 to 11:30, Maple Hill Church with Minister Rob Long. And from 11:30 to noon, it's Southern Gospel and Positive Country Music. Join us each Sunday on WANT or WCOR or online at WANTFM.com.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. Our final segment here for our Friday morning. JC Hickson is with us. How long have you been at JCBB?
Well, some people would say too long, Coleman.
Come on.
but I've now gone through my third city mayor, but 15 years. Yeah, and again, if we just pick up on, the Mayor Craighead and Mayor Fox and Mayor Dedman and those folks that laid this foundation for our organization and did so many good things. That's the encouraging thing about being in this community and in the cities, that good folks have been here and good folks are going to be here.
You have, as far as I remember, had you and two others in your office. You've operated this office and done what you've done with three people. Really, a secretary, administrative assistant, and an assistant director in yourself.
That's what it's always been. Yeah, it's been a total of three people in the staff, and we try to be very efficient and spend a lot of long hours in meetings and after events. But that's what the job is, and hopefully we've as you look at the buildings and the jobs and the unemployment level and the per capita income and all those things that you judge us by, we're really blessed in this community.
Well, do you feel maybe your presence is a little bit it's a little bit better for you visibility wise and so on to be where you are now?
It's a little easier to find us. Hartman Drive and go to the Chevrolet place, turn right. Now you have 400 apartments between us and the main road. But that's a real blessing. As our growth continues, density and rooftops drive retail. I'm very, very excited. Mayor Bell being able to have that background and wanting us to do more with him and Sarah. But yeah, being there, I can check all the corporate aircraft that come in and run their tail numbers and figure out who they are or why they're there. It's convenient when the state.
A little bit of detective work.
It's a little bit, yeah. But easy to find us off the interstate when they travel. Easy to just walk off the planes and meet with us, and commend the city for doing that. And Heather Bay doing a really good job out there handling that traffic.
Well, what do you anticipate for next year? And I don't know where if the vaccine, if COVID's going to go away, and we're all hoping it does, maybe in 6 months we'll be all the time talking about something else, but we don't know right now. What does 2021 look like?
Well, that's, if you could answer that, or if I could answer that, we'd be sitting in some boardroom making a lot of money.
Well, I know.
But yeah, does it?
But you have an idea.
Because our retail sales have gone so much online. does that continue? Because I think it certainly does, because we're getting younger all the time, and our children and grandchildren now are doing that.
And that is so true. I'm even doing a little bit of it. I don't even like to, because I've just always.
I'd rather pick it up and feel it, and buy local, and that's So I don't know, but what happens when we overcome the COVID? Certainly, the retail sales may change back to what it was, and that changes commercial development. Yeah, they'll build more commercial development and shopping centers and things of that nature. If not, then that changes. Office development, which we're putting more emphasis in. Do you build smaller office buildings instead of 5 or 6 story office buildings? Because I don't want my insurance employees being combined with the real estate group or the medical group. Are they secured floors? The office buildings now have sanitized buttons on the elevators. And, that whole industry is changing. I'm encouraged that we have a couple of 3 or 4 really nice developments in the county now at Providence Central and Hartman Drive and Cumberland Center and Wilson Farms that have good developers financed that can build that building. So we're poised to build whatever product it is, but the office developers and what the clients want, or our shopping habits, will they change back? Those are the things that a year from now we probably know. But you mentioned the vaccine. Let me say one thing. Cold Chain Technologies down at Couchville Pike, about 250,000 square foot building, is one of the central distribution centers for the vaccine. Wow. So Wilson County is playing and they'll do a major announcement, I believe, on Monday. They're already up and staffed and cold storage for the product. But that's a product that came here that because of that. 6 months ago, we probably wouldn't have figured out that maybe that would be in our community, but we're going to have a central role in Middle Tennessee just distributing the vaccine, one of many places. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I'm something Sue said that one of these days it's like we're going to run out of room. I don't, there's still an awful lot of farmland in Wilson County now. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Some of it's not that close to the interstate or a good main road or whatever, but what are we going to continue to see a lot of rooftops? With all these people coming in, they got to live somewhere.
Well, the rooftop and the residential development, you can do step sewer systems, and you can get, you can do some of that development, but for industrial buildings, keep in mind the thing that really changed our image in distribution was the Speedway taking the sewer all the way down to the Speedway.
Right. Yeah.
With all the capacity of the sewer, that's why you have all those developments going down there. So development sort of follows infrastructure. Yeah, we got great places and a great amount of land, but what's the Linwood exit? Is that where we grow? Well, there's $8 or $10 million of sewer that's got to be extended out in that area. So it's cities and counties working together going, here's our growth plan. We need this component. Now, how are we going to service that? We're very fortunate in the Speedway taking that cost and then us letting them sell their property tax to pay it back. But yeah, we're very strapped for industrial property, development property, and that's because utilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now you had mentioned earlier about a lot of times when we get an entity come in here, we sort of cut a deal with them, maybe in lieu of taxes for a while and this sort of thing. And I think you've been pretty much in the forefront on that. And a lot of times the powers that be listen to your recommendation. So you probably play a big role in convincing them whether it's a good thing or not.
It's like buying your house or buying a car. It's a negotiation. You know what your strengths are. We make a lot of sense location-wise, utility-wise, things of that nature. But it is a competitive game. Mm-hmm. So, back in 2006, we went to the county commission and said, let's look at it as a business deal. If I can say we're going to bring in this amount of taxes and we're going to abate this amount, and it's at least a minimum to 1-to-1, and we try to keep it $3 coming back for every dollar we give up, is that a good deal for us to get jobs and investment? And ours is a little different. Our program is, you can go up to 20 years. We have a maximum term of 7 years. And it's got to pay off in that period of time. And our philosophy is, we'll help you to get up and running and get strong and create the jobs. And then at that time, you're going to pay all your taxes from that day forward. So when you look at the big building at Amazon, we did a 5-year payment there. They're back on the tax roll. We've done 26 since 2006. About 13 of those are back on the tax roll. So it's just part of the development scheme.
Yep.
And we try to reduce their costs on the front end, get them on the tax roll as soon as we can, and that building and that equipment's going to be paying full taxes from that day forward.
But that's really a win-win for all of us.
It's part of the negotiation. You look at, are you getting a good deal? I'm very appreciative of, again, Mayor Dedman and those former members of the budget committee, which I go to, the county budget committee, and present that case to them, and they've been very supportive.
We're out of time.
It didn't take long, but I appreciate it. Let me just thank everybody for everything they've done this year for us, the mayors, the 4 mayors that we represent, the 25-member board members, the John Bryan and those folks that show up, and the Phil Smart that show up for all the meetings, and a cup of coffee and maybe a cold biscuit is all they get.